Abortion. Pro-life or pro-choice? Should abortions be legal or illegal? Hello class, my name is Valerie Ellis and I'm here to present an argument for and against abortions. I will begin by discussing the history of abortions, arguing for abortions and then against abortions. My references are prochoice.org, ontheissues.org, and lifenews.com. Let's get started. Per the National Abortion Federation, the professional association of providers in North America, abortion was legal before it became illegal. Abortion has been performed for thousands of years and in every society that has been studied. It was legal in the United States from the time the earliest settlers arrived. At the time the Constitution was adopted, abortions before quickening were openly advertised and commonly performed. What is quickening? Quickening is the moment in pregnancy when the pregnant woman starts to feel or perceive fetal movements in the uterus. The word quick originally meant alive. Historically, quickening has sometimes been considered to be the beginning of the possession of individual life by the fetus. Women could choose to have an abortion before this stage. It wasn't until the mid to late 1800s that states began passing laws that made abortion illegal. The motivations for anti-abortion laws varied from state to state. One of the reasons included fears that the population would be dominated by the children of the newly arriving immigrants, whose birth rates were higher than those of native Anglo-Saxon women. Now I will discuss pro-choice, why abortions should be legal. Supporters believe that women should be trusted to make private medical decisions in consultation with their healthcare providers. The Democratic Party strongly supports the Roe v. Wade ruling by the Supreme Court on the issues of abortion in 1973. This ruling made it possible for women to get safe and legal abortions from well-trained medical practitioners. Therefore, women have the right to make decisions regarding their pregnancy, including a safe and legal abortion. It's a personal decision between a woman and her family, and there is no place for politics or government to get in the way of that. Now that you understand why abortions should be legal, I will argue against them. Opposers of abortions believe that it is the murder of a human life, and the unborn child has rights separate from that of the mother. The Republican Party supports the Human Life Amendment. They believe in the sanctity of human life and affirm that the unborn child has an individual right to life which cannot be infringed. Furthermore, they believe that the 14th Amendment also applies to the protection of the unborn children. The 14th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified on July 9, 1868, and granted citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, which included former slaves recently freed. In addition, it forbids states from denying any person life, liberty, or property without due process of the law, or to deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. In some ways, there are federal laws already protecting the unborn. For example, federal laws prohibit the death penalty for pregnant women until they give birth. In essence, the law declared that an innocent unborn person cannot be sentenced and put to death for a crime he did not commit. If the unborn child were not seen as a person in the eyes of the law, there would be no need for this prohibition. Now that you've heard both sides of the argument, what do you think? Are you pro-life or pro-choice? Perhaps both. Are there certain situations, such as rape, in which you think abortions should be legal? What about for health reasons? If the doctor said to a woman, there is a 60% possibility that you will lose your life if you continue this pregnancy, what choice should you make? Should you be forced to continue the pregnancy, or do you have the right to abort the pregnancy? Ultimately, the choice is yours. This concludes my presentation.